Good evening. Now, I'm no expert, but I don't think this is working right. Hi, welcome back. I'm Andy. This is Four Priests Brewery. We're a small family-owned brewery in Middlewich in Cheshire, making cask and keg beers, mostly for supply to the local pubs and customers in the area, also through our website, fourpriests.co.uk. Although, having said that, we're out of cans right now because you've wiped us out over the Christmas period. Literally got about 20 cans left, so definitely need to do some canning soon. Few little problems, nothing major, just little annoying things. That heat exchanger, oh God. I've got to get it off the wall. I guess when I've put it back together, one of the seals isn't quite in position. Fortunately, it's not leaking between the sides. It's leaking cold water out when it's closed, when it's under pressure. When I have the flow going through it, there's no leak at all, so it's not a complete disaster, but it does need to be fixed before we brew again, hopefully on Saturday. Few other little problems. Let me show you. Second problem, if you remember, the duo filler was not working equally both sides. We were getting a can of foam and a can of beer, and then it wouldn't start and stop correctly, and you can see from the colour of these two hoses, I hope you can see anyway, it's a little bit dark in here. One's kind of old and perished, the other one's brand new. These were sent to me free of charge by Stig, thank you Stig, at Duo Filler. And I have a funny feeling we're going to need to replace these like a consumable every few months, every year or so. You know, it's not designed to be doing thousands of cans as we have been, so I'm happy with a few quid of spares now and again. But yeah, he was good enough to send me these free of charge. So we'll get those in, hopefully that will solve the problem, I'm sure it will. Sounds like he's experienced it before. Third problem, broke the spring in the cannula. Normally there's a spring which holds this handle in the mid position. When we're seaming the cans, we push backwards and pull forwards to seam in two operations on the can, and this is in the center so that when you lift the can up, it's not touching either of the two dies, if you will. Now with it all the way back, the dies are touching when the can goes up, so it knocks the lid off. So you've got to hold it in the center while you lift the can, and then once the can's up, you can do the push seam and then the pull seam. So not ideal. I need to get all of these screws out. I think there's about 12 of them, and replace the spring inside. If I can find out what size spring it needs to be, that is. So 3 problems so far: heat exchanger, duo filler, cannula. Problem 4, an email that I had from Daniel. Hi Daniel, thanks for getting in touch. Daniel sent me a photograph of some cans that he bought from us. Thank you for your order. 2 Murgies side by side. One was absolutely beautiful, like it normally is. The second one was essentially a glass of mud. And I was really, really upset by that, I gotta say. We don't send crap beer out if we can help it, but 1,600 cans shipped over the Christmas period, and we've had one report like this. So initially I thought maybe it was a bad seam on the can, air had got in, it's oxidized, but then I looked at it and it looked like it had some bits floating, so Daniel was good enough to take some more photographs. I'll put them on the screen now. The first photo shows the side by side. The second photograph shows after it's settled for half an hour or so, and as you can see, it's a load of sediment. Now, you've seen how I'm doing the racking into cans. We're changing kegs over, maybe 5 kegs. The first 1.5 litres out of the keg is kind of cloudy. We discard it, throw it away, and the last litre or so in the keg is similarly cloudy and got bits in. We throw that away as well. So we get quite a bit of waste out of the kegs, but it's a means to an end. It means we can get beer to you guys. But we've been thinking of ways that we can improve that, and fining with Browsol in the keg gives us this sediment. What's happened with Daniel's can, unfortunately, we've missed something on the changeover. We've gone 1 can too far. Instead of discarding it, somehow we've managed to put a lid on it and send it out. So, I mean, it's perfectly drinkable if you strain it between your teeth. But I'd rather not send beer out like that. So we've taken care of Daniel. Hopefully he's happy with the resolution. And I really want to thank you for raising it and helping us to work out what it was. It would have been easy to go on to Untapped and give me a crap review. So thanks for not. Unless you haven't, I haven't read it yet. We'll see. So how do we fix that? Well, we stop canning from kegs. Bright tank. We've not had a bright tank. That's been the problem, the reason that we're forced to using kegs. But even before Daniel contacted us, I'd started buying bits and pieces. I was missing bolts for this lid, studs and bolts. I needed some means of pressure release and to hold the pressure in. This is this spunning valve and tri-clamp T-piece that we've got here. And this thing adjusts so that we can maintain a given pressure in the tank. Now, this is an old tank and it needs a professional test, but we've been experimenting here and 1 bar, no problem. So as long as I can get the beer in here down to a nice cold kind of 2 or 3 degrees, which I can using the cooling coil, we can certainly carbonate under 1 bar. A few more bits that I need to buy for it, a carb stone and some other stuff. But at the moment, she's had 1 bar in for about a week and not dropped any pressure at all. I've been playing with it earlier, but we're about what are we now? About 0.2 bar down off 1 bar at the moment, just where I've released a little bit of gas. But this device on the top, you can pull a knob to let the gas out, or you can adjust the pressure. So this is 0.75 bar-ish at the moment. If I release this so that we can reduce the pressure to there, which is about half a bar, it will bubble out until it gets to 0.5 bar, and then the bubbling will stop and it will maintain the pressure inside. So it's brilliant. And with the right device on the racking port at the bottom, I'll just show you that as well. So with a carb stone assembly here, with gas going through and the valve open, we can bubble gas up into the beer and carbonate the whole lot in one go. I can then rack kegs from this straight into the kegs, and I can also hook it up to the duo filler over there once it's working, and we can can directly from it. So that is the plan. We're nearly there with that. So far more professional solution. Finally, on this carbonation, I just need to thank Chris at Raw Culture Kombucha up in Aberdeen, who's been an absolute legend, helping me to work out what we need to do. I've basically reproduced sort of what he's testing at the moment on his kit. He's had a similar problem. He's been carbonating in 50 and 100 litre kegs and really needed to move to a means of bulk carbonation. So I'm going with his wisdom as he's debugging it and being the guinea pig. I'm kind of reproducing what he's got there. So thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Buy Raw Culture Kombucha. It's dead nice. You may have seen Martin Bailey's call out asking for anyone that might help. He's in Sheffield. We're in Middlewich, Cheshire. This is a heat exchanger. I need to get to him. Yes, I could pack it up in wood, put it on a pallet, send it to him, but I'm cheap. So I'm trying to find a willing volunteer to pick it up and drop it there, but only if you're going that way or coming this way or something. Obviously, beer available for any willing volunteers. Thank you from us both. In the cold rooms today, what have we got? Well, this is the carbonating cold room. Eventually, this will just be the cold room because I won't be carbonating in it. But as you can see, we've got get lucky, get lucky, get lucky, get lucky. Murgy straight, another Murgy in the corner there. These are carbonating at the moment, ready to, well, the Murgy to go into cans, and one of the Lockies to go into cans, and the remaining Lockies will be on sale. And then this is the problem, I can't carbonate these because I haven't got enough bits to carbonate them. So as these get carbed, we'll swap them over for those. In the next room, you will see, I don't know what that is now, Get Lucky cask. Murgy straight cask, and I think in the far cupboard, you might not be able to see that, all the way down there, we've got Cross Stout in cask and a few Moston Dragons in cask. Fermenter 2 contains about 820 litres of Moston Dragon. Should we have a look? Don't take the lid off, you'll oxidise your beer, you're going to kill it. Oof, look at that. Beautiful. Back on. And the elusive, that's the elusive tank, isn't it? The tank from crankshaft is currently empty and cleaned and ready to receive. We will this week be making, what will we be making? 800 and something litres of Murgy Straight. And we're all tied up and ready to go. But obviously only once I've fixed that disaster over there. What else is going on? I have to write notes now. We had a real slow start to the month. First 10 days, 1 cask sold to the good old Newton around the corner. Thank you. I was a little bit worried. We were expecting a slow January, you know, dry January, whatever. Pubs go quiet, don't they? So we got cash in the bank to carry us through. But then I was speaking with Jordan at 4T's Brewery in Warrington. Link on the screen. They make some amazing beers. I was chatting with Jordan and said, yeah, it's dire. And he was like, why didn't you say something? And then he ordered 8 casks from me to put on their guest list. So they're going to distribute 8 casks of my beer somewhere in the northwest Warrington area, which is brilliant. And thank you very much, Jordan. You're a superstar. Follow 4T's Brewery on Twitter. Jordan does these kind of time-lapse videos around the brewery. They're quite good. You'll like them. Had an email from Bill Hall. Hi, Bill. I'd helped Bill out about a year ago, I think it was, with the boring list. You know, all the procedural stuff that you've got to go through to open a brewery, HMRC, AWRS, etc., etc. The stuff nobody talks about. And I have a document that I dish out to people that are looking at starting up breweries, just so they've got an idea of what to do, in what order, according to our experience at least. I sent it through to Bill. And Bill remembered and sent me an email just to say, thanks very much for your help. We're up and running now, and a picture of him pouring his first pint in the pub. And I remember that feeling really well. It was just incredible, orgasmic, actually. And I'll put the picture up on the screen. So that's Bill from Hall's Beer. And good luck to him. Magnificent. Stickers. We've had a new sticker. Let's show you. If you've got stickers, send them to me. Unit 2, Finney's Lane, Middlewich, CW10 9DR. Gruff Brewery. Thank you, Gruff, for sending us your brewery sticker. I want to cover this tank in stickers, I think. See if we can get a few more. We've got Gruff, Gam Dude, Queer Brewing. Got that one for the Manchester Craft Beer Festival. Pat's Brewery. Hi Pat, Crew Wolf, hello Mark, and obviously top of the pile, one of mine. But yeah, let's try and get a few more on there for the cost of a stamp. Come on guys, you know it makes sense. Next up, the test brew. You remember the one I made the other week? Well, it's ready to go into keg now and get carbonated. It's dropped lovely and bright. Here is a sample I prepared earlier. Look at that colour, beautiful. Amarillo Mosaic, 5%. Extra pale, Maris Otter, wheat malt, caramel 30, and USO 5 yeast. So we're going to get that into cans, and then we're going to get some feedback for an upcoming video from a few people that have helped me out, or offered to help me out. I'll send a couple of cans out, and they're going to tell me exactly what they think. Is it missing something? Is it absolutely perfect? I don't know. We'll find out though. So watch this space. Finally, get the door on. Finally, I've just had a wonderful WhatsApp message from Sean at Tom's Tap, who also offered to put my beer on his mail list around to the local trade establishments, pubs, bars and whatnot. And he just said, bring me one of everything. I don't know where they're going, but happy to oblige, sir. So I'll get these 4 in the van, or the pickup even, and get them down to Sean. Right, 1 Moston Dragon. one at Murgy Street. Get lucky. Yes, in cask. Cross stout. Done. That's the 4. Get them in the truck. Not forgetting pump clips. Right, we're back. 4 casks delivered to Tom's Tap and Brew House in Crewe. Thank you, Sean. You're a lifesaver. So, what was expected to be a crappy month is actually turning out to be okay now. If we just had some cans to sell you guys, we're down to a few little bits and bobs, really nothing major. We've got stout left, but that's about it. So we do need to replenish that. I'll be brewing Saturday. As you can see, we've got some beers on carb, so they'll be into can in the next week or 2. You'll see on the channel when they're ready anyway. Next weekend, or this weekend actually, Saturday, we'll be brewing another 20 casks or so of Murgy Straight for trade. We'll keg a few as well, just in case. Although I'm expecting we'll probably be good with that new bright tank, old new bright tank. By the time that's fermented out, we can get it into that. And obviously I've got a few little fixes to do, so I need to get my toolkit out. I'll try and show you a bit of that as well as we go through it. As ever, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry it's been a while since the last one. I'll catch you on the next one.